So you want to know what it's like to live in Brighton, Michigan. In this video, we're going to cover the top 5 things I love about Brighton and the top 5 things I could probably go without. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Eric Meldrum with the Meldrum Real Estate Group right here in Brighton, Michigan, and we're bringing you videos just like this every single week about what it's like to live, eat, sleep, breathe, and play right here in Brighton and the surrounding area. So if you haven't already done so and you're a first-time visitor to our channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash that little bell so you're notified every time we come out with a new video. Alright guys, so here's the deal. I'm getting calls every single day from people just like you who are moving or relocating to the Brighton area. So if you're somebody that's thinking about, or maybe you got a job transfer and you're going to be moving here anyways, you got to get a hold of us. My contact information will be in the description below. So call me, text me, email me, or even DM me on social media. Doesn't matter how you get a hold of me, guys. I'm going to answer whatever channel you contact me on, but you got to get a hold of us because we know what it takes to move you here, and we got your back when doing so. All right, guys, so let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the top 5 things I love about Brighton and the top 5 things I could honestly go without. But one little secret before we get started in this video is I had a really tough time coming up with these cons. I mean, I really had to think. I even had to ask my wife, like, what do you hate about living here? And I got crickets from her. Okay, so let's start the countdown. Con number 5 is the traffic. This is one of those cons that I don't necessarily agree with, but a lot of people say that there's a lot of traffic here. We have a couple major highways, US 23 running north and south. We have 96, which is running east and west. Those kind of surround Brighton a little bit. So getting into downtown Brighton, you can really get into downtown Brighton from one of those major highway exits, which, you know, there's only so many of them. So the residents that live west of Brighton, they're having to cut through all the traffic through Grand River, which can be annoying. But, you know, again, I don't necessarily agree that there's a lot of traffic. I grew up in Metro Detroit, and if you want to see a lot of traffic, go to that side of town. Over here, I'm okay waiting a couple stoplights or a couple of seconds at a stop sign. That's perfectly fine with me. There's a lot of great things about living here other than the traffic. Okay, so pro number 5 about Brighton is the low crime rate. Brighton's actually a really safe community, and you see that throughout the city when you see how well taken care of it is, how well everything is upkept throughout the city and the downtown area. We don't have a lot of crime around here. We're more of in a rural community with a city lifestyle, but crime has really kept its way out, and our law enforcement here do a really great job. Great people. So if you're looking for a safe place to live, Brighton is definitely on the top of my lists. Con number 4. Brighton's actually becoming a lot more populated. So more population means more people, more traffic, more housing, more everything. I don't look at that as a really bad thing, right? More people, more tax revenue for the city, more people shopping at the downtown restaurants and shops, bringing commerce, and it's just a whole economy, right? But if you were somebody that lived in Brighton, 30 years ago, you knew it when it was like, I don't know, 2 people. That's no fun for me. I like people. I like going out and meeting people. So more population is a con if you're looking for a smaller, quaint, small town feel. We still have that, but there's just a lot more people here nowadays, which isn't all bad. All right, so pro number 4 about Brighton is the location. I couldn't ask for a better location to be close to family, close to both sides of our family, my wife's and my family. My family's on the east side of Detroit, so that's about a 30 to 40 minute drive depending on traffic. Her family is just north of us in Fenton, so that's about a 20-minute drive. And then to the south of us, we have Ann Arbor, which is a great, vibrant community as well. And then we are about 35 to 40 minutes away from downtown Detroit as well. So if you look at a map, you can see that there's easy highway access getting in off of Brighton. You have 23 running north and south, and then you have 96, which is running east and west. and you can basically get to and from any major city you want by just hopping on the freeway and driving 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, wherever you're going. And we have everything we need here. The shopping, the convenience of all these shopping centers are all right here in Brighton. So we get a great location and all the amenities we need to live. Okay, so con number 3 about Brighton is the construction. So this is actually kind of a good thing, but I view it as a con because it's really annoying when you are driving down the road and there's some new construction going on, you have to take a detour. There's also a lot of new housing construction going on, which there's a lot of semi-trucks coming in and out, a lot of workers coming in and out, and it can just really tear up the road infrastructure as well. So coupled with the new housing construction and the road construction, it feels like we have construction non-stop all the time. Again, this is a great thing because it's bringing more people to the area, more commerce for our downtown, but it's still kind of annoying. All right, so pro number 3 about living in Brighton is the downtown area. The downtown area has some of the best things to offer. We go down there and take the kids to the imagination station and just let them run for hours and hours and hours. We walk around the mill pond, which has awesome pathways, bridges that wrap around the downtown area. And then there's concerts in the park. Every Friday and on the weekends, they have live music, and you can basically catch a live concert, go out to eat, drop the kids at the imagination station, go play. I mean, there's so much to do down there. And then every Saturday in the summer, they have a farmer's market, which they close Main Street down. This was actually the first year they closed Main Street down. It used to be behind in the parking lot, but now that they made this change and the farmer's market is on Main Street, this was one of the best decisions the city of Brighton ever did. All right, so that brings us to con number 2 about Brighton, which is the downtown area parking. So even though downtown is so awesome, they don't have a ton of parking. I've actually never had an issue parking downtown. I don't know if I'm just lucky or if I have some lucky charm with me at all times, but I hear a lot of people who say that there's just no parking downtown. It's becoming more congested with more people living here, and parking is an issue. Maybe they're just impatient, but again, I've never had an issue parking downtown. I always seem to find a spot, just driving around maybe for a couple minutes. Maybe I'm a patient guy, I don't know. But, that's what people have said, is parking is an issue. So keep that in mind. All right, pro number 2 about living in Brighton is the top rated schools. The school system that we have here is probably one of the best around. They're rated 9, 10 on the rankings. The people move here just to send their kids to the schools. We have public schools and private schools. So there's a list. I'll drop some information in the description below. So if you're looking into schools and you're considering Brighton or the surrounding area as a school district of choice, again, they have public schools, and then there are some alternative schools, Catholic and just other private schools that they have here as well. So, but they are some of the best in the area. All right, so con number 1 about living in Brighton is the Michigan weather. And that actually goes for any city in Michigan. It's not just exclusive to Brighton, but we do have cold weather here in Michigan. And in the winter, we're gonna get snow, we're gonna get ice, and people are gonna forget how to drive every single winter without a fail. Even happens when we get the first rainfall too. People forget to drive, or how to drive. It boggles my mind. But it's gonna get cold here, but that's not all bad, because winter actually brings a lot more activities. If you ski, snowboard, snowmobile, ice fish, there's still a lot of things to do here in Brighton in the winter months. All right, so the moment we've been waiting for. Pro number 1 about living in Brighton, Michigan is the sense of community. We have one of the best communities I've ever been a part of. I'm so proud to call myself somebody that lives in this community and serves people in this community on so many different levels. So one of the things that we did about a year and a half ago was we started a group. It was a community group called Brighton Michigan Happenings. I'll drop the link below if you're interested in checking it out. And we really just started it to find things to do with the kids. My daughters are 2 and 4 now. Back then they were 3 and 1. And we just wanted to really connect with other parents that were going through, raising the kids at the same time. They weren't really in school yet. We didn't have a way to get in touch. So we started the group and to find local events and just people who wanted to, kind of hang out and do similar things. And the amount of community support that we see out of that group on a daily basis absolutely blows my mind. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. We talked about the top 5 things I love about Brighton and the top 5 things I could go without. If I missed anything, drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what your top 5 things are or what your cons about living in Brighton are. And if you have any questions, again, call me, text me, email me, DM me. Doesn't matter how you get a hold of me. Just get a hold of me. We got your back when moving here.